What's up, YouTubers? It's me, Johnny. I want to highlight this video channel from Huatulco, Mexico. It's a lady here. She lives in Huatulco, Mexico. And for those who don't know, it's on the west coast. It's a little south of Puerto Escondido, I think. And Zipolete Beach, kind of the famous hippie beach, and the beach that's famous. Zipolete is famous for the hippies, and also too for the nude beach, I guess. I don't know how else to say it, but the nude beach, I guess, there. Anyways, this lady has a channel, and some of my viewers might like it if you want to live on the beach in Mexico. Now, for me, it's a little hot, and I don't like living on the beach year round, and it's hot. But if you're looking for a really cheap place to live, she has a lot of videos on here. Like, for example, let's see, she had a video. There's a video on security tips. And she has quite a few videos on apartments that are like from like 175 to 200 bucks a month, like small studios and one bedrooms, and two bedroom apartments for like 250, 300. And then she has apartments she highlights for like 500 or 1,000 bucks if you want to live in the nicer parts of Huatulco. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. But she has a really nice channel for all the problems you're going to run into in Mexico. Like, here's a video on a two-bedroom house for 125,000. She also has houses for like $25,000, $35,000 if you want to own like an apartment, a small apartment. Now, again, I don't want to own homes in Mexico personally. But if you want to renovate a small place and fix it up and put it on Airbnb, or if you want to buy one and renovate one and just flip it and sell it. Like, here's another one for 50K. These places for 25 to 50K usually rent for 200 or 300, sometimes even less. Anyways, she works with a realtor, I think. Here's a studio for 225, and some of them require the first, last, and a year lease. Some of them like a 3-month lease. It just really depends, and it depends on the season. Here's a video on a lady who lives on 300 a month. So, like, if you want to go native and live really cheap, she can help you with that. There's a lot of adjustments you're going to have to do if you live in the United States and you're not used to that. Anyways, she has a lot of wonderful videos on how to live affordably. Again, here's a 2-bedroom apartment for about $35,000. Like, if you're into flipping or buying it and putting it on Airbnb, which people seem to be doing now. But she has also places, again, for like a little bit more money, 3 bedrooms and a pool for like $730 a month. Again, I don't like living on the beach year round. It's a little too hot for me. But for people who are interested, and they're interested in cheaper parts of Mexico, they might want to. She leaves her. Here's how I'd use her service and website. She has a service. Anyways, as you can see, she has a lot of great videos on expats. She knows a lot of expats. Here's what I'm getting to. She has a service where you can pay her $15 for 15 minutes, basically $1 a minute, or 60 bucks for like an hour. So now I would build up some trust with her, call her, tell her what you want to do, and she can help smooth things over by helping you pre-find a place before you land in Mexico, the lease and all that, if you're going to do a long-term lease, places where you don't have to do a lease, and all the problems you're going to have and all the opportunities. She can also smooth things over for meeting people. If you go to her YouTube site, Retire in Mexico on YouTube, she knows a lot of just a lot of expats. She can introduce you around. That's another thing. So to me, paying her 15 or 30 or 60 bucks is worth it. She can smooth things over with the real estate ladies there and help you find a place and kind of pre-find you a place before you get there, and then you can get like a 3-month lease just to see if you like it or not. Anyways, just for my viewers who want to live in Mexico, who need a cheap place to live, this is one place. It's at the beach. I would prefer to live up in the mountains. You can live up in, this is in Oaxaca, just to let you know. Huatulco's in Oaxaca. And you can go to the mountains and get much cooler weather. That's kind of more my style. As you can see, there's a place for 225. So like for people who are on a lower budget, this might work for them. People on a bigger budget, it'll work for you. The one downside, outside of being hot and humid and stuff like that, is the internet sucks. And the internet still sucks like when you're outside of big cities in Mexico. Same in Guatemala. You know, if you're in bigger cities, the internet is actually pretty fast nowadays. And it's getting better every single year. So I just want to put that in there. You know, if you earn your living by the internet, but you don't need fast internet, this might be for you. This might be for you if you need to live really, really cheap. Like here's a tour of our rehabbed house for $181 a month. There's just lots of opportunities like that if that's what you're interested in. Anyhow, I'll leave, if I remember, I'll leave a link to her. But if I don't, just go to Retire Mexico and then go to her the homepage, and then she has a PayPal link if you want to donate. But she has a link where you can get her contact information and pay her like $15 for 15 minutes, so you can see if she's worth. If you guys click, if she's worth using for your, you know, to kind of help you readjust to Mexico without spending a lot of money. Anyhow, I want to just point out some other things going on right now. V.com, it's a bank in Oklahoma. If you're in the United States, Oklahoma is kind of a small state in the Midwest. And it's just a regular bank. But the reason I'm bringing it up, I think it's the first bank, as you can see, it has crypto in it. The first bank where you're going to be able to buy Bitcoin from your bank account. You're going to be able to custody it at the bank if you want to. And it's going to be the first bank where you can just buy the Bitcoin and have it sent to your own wallet. Now, that's what they say their intention is. I don't know if that's going to work out, but that's what they say their intention is. My understanding, this is the first bank that's going to offer Bitcoin for depositors at a bank. And again, it's in Oklahoma, a small bank in Oklahoma. My understanding is there's at least 1,000 banks who are getting permission from whatever banking regulatory agencies they have to get their permission from to start offering Bitcoin as a product for their customers. Anyways, this is a regular bank that's in Oklahoma that you can open up. And I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm just saying it's interesting. This is the first bank in the U.S. It's going to have, it's an FDIC insured bank that's going to have Bitcoin for depositors who want to buy it and custody it. Does anybody remember custodial bank accounts in Switzerland or Austria, where you could store your stock certificates, your gold coins? You know, they weren't an asset of the bank; they were your actual assets. So if the bank went bankrupt because they were custodial, you had custody of them. They couldn't be taken. That's long since disappeared across the world. That's what's kind of interesting about Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can kind of custody your own assets now. And I imagine there's going to be banks and other financial institutions where you can custody your Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever else with that institution, but it won't be an asset of the bank. So if the bank goes under, it'll be your property. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. Then another thing I want to talk about real briefly is today we have Bitcoin at 50K, Ethereum's at $39.58 or $3,958. It got up to $4,000. It's kind of interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Cardano's been up at around $3. I don't particularly care for it. It just is what it is. Anyhow, some stuff in the news with the vaccines and travel. It appears to me that I saw this in the news today. Pfizer now will have soon a product where you can take 2 pills. I repeat, 2 pills for all these new variants of the COVID. And you take 2 pills a day. Why do I mention that? Because first it was a vaccine. We had to take the vaccine, then everything would be fine. Then it was we have to get a second shot. And then now, if you're in the U.S. or if you're a U.S. citizen, a third shot. And it sounds like that's going to happen in the EU and most first world countries and probably even the developing world. And then it could get to the point where like you have to take 2 pills a day. Now, I don't know if it's going to be free or how they're going to work all that out. But what I'm saying is it could be much harder to travel, and they can use that as an excuse. You can't leave wherever you're legally resident unless you have all your vaccine and all your pills and all that. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen. Just another way the population will be controlled. It's disappointing to see, but it seems to be the direction we're going in first world countries. It's why I've always I suggest people have a residence or a second passport if they can afford it for other reasons. But now with COVID, I would have never thought they would shut down society with a medical thing, but it looks like that's what it's going to be. So for my money, depending on what part of the world you live in, you're better off in the Americas. Other people will say Asia. That's like a personal thing, or Eastern Europe. That's just, I don't know, personal thing. Anyhow, I'm going to shut this video and put it up, see if there's any comments. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and anything resonates with you that I said today. Thank you.